What's going on, y'all? This is Gonvo's Convos. We're on the next episode of season 7. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Foxy. I'm from San Antonio, Texas, model, actress, and dancer, and I'm just happy to be here.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. So you said you get into modeling?
Yes, I am a model. I've been a model for 5 years. I've been in Maxim magazine, been on stage with Too Short and all sorts of stuff. So
Oh shit.
getting out there, yeah.
Okay. So what got you into wanting to be a model?
Oh shoot, where did I even begin? I mean, since I was a little girl, my grandparents
Word?
always, yeah, my grandparents like bred it into me. They're like, "You're gonna be a model. You're gonna be an actress." So here we are.
I feel like that's cool that you're doing that though, because that's like, especially for like, I feel like for my generation, it was more so like a dream job for a lot of females at the same age. You know what I'm talking? You know what I'm talking about?
It's all about
So
going after and getting it for real. Not just saying it.
true, true. And I've known a lot of females that have gone after that dream and then have it be shut down because they weren't like they didn't fit the height what do you call it, the height category or whatever there's like some height requirement that they were telling me about.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it all depends on what kind of modeling you want to do. So, like runway modeling, you have to be 5'9" or high or taller, and I'm not, so I can't be a high fashion model, but I could do everything
So
else.
so how tall do you think I am?
How tall do I think you are? Maybe 6 foot.
Bro, you are giving me a huge compliment, bro. Like that, you give me a huge compliment. I'm not 6 foot. Nowhere near.
No, really?
Mhm.
What are you? 5'9"?
I'm a staggering like 5'5", 5'6".
A short
It
king.
it depends on the doctor for real. Like sometimes they tell me 5'5", sometimes they tell me 5'6". So it's like I don't even know what to go with at this point.
Just stand on your
But
tippy toes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm a Chicano, so most of us aren't really that tall. You know.
Yeah, for
You know
sure.
you know do you know what a Chicano is?
No, explain that to me.
A Chicano is basically like a Mexican American. So like it's an American born Mexican, like an American born individual with Mexican blood.
Okay, dope.
And so that's what a Chicano is. And it goes more in depth with the history and all that, but that would take a lot of explaining and a lot of time.
Both of
You know
your
what I
parents
mean?
are Mexican?
No, so my dad is full blooded Mexican, and then my mom is half Japanese, half white.
Oh,
So
shoot.
I'm a mixture like no other. But I grew up mostly around my dad's family, so I grew up around Chicanos and all that.
Okay, so that's what
Yeah,
you identify with. That's
yeah,
dope.
yeah. That's what I grew up around. That's what I know. You know. Yo hablo español también, entonces But I
Ooh,
think
not the Spanish. Whoa.
whatever pues, you know what I'm saying? But Spanish is easy. You could pick it up. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. What do you mix with?
I am Nigerian and German. So,
Algerian and German.
yes. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know like what part of Germany?
No, I don't actually.
No
Uh,
one really does, bro.
it, yeah, I don't actually, but it would be dope to find out and maybe go there. So, maybe one day.
You should just do like one of them like DNA tests. You know what I'm talking
I
about?
did. That's what I did, and I don't know if it specified what part of Germany, but I know that Nigerian and German were my two biggest ones, and
So like for me, I did 23andMe. You know the whole deal. I spit in the tube,
Mhm.
fucking sent that shit back. And it was cool because like it tells you like every part of your ancestry, like every part of Europe, part of like Africa, whatever the hell, you know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
it connects you with people that are your family from like third, fourth generations down. Like
Isn't it crazy how many pages of people you go through, like that you're related to, and you're like, I've never heard.
a lot of them were other Latinos like from the like Mexico area, and it's like all over the like Central America. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's so wild how connected we are without even knowing it.
Yeah, and I did have some black family members, so I was like, oh shit, and I was like,
Okay.
oh, gotta look at that. But
Yeah, you get
um,
past. There you go.
and then white family members because my mom is has white blood as well, but there were no Asian people, so I don't think 23andMe is big in Asia.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know, I could be wrong, but I just there were no Asian people on my 23andMe, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows? But getting into the first topic, relationships. How do you feel about relationships going on nowadays?
Oh my goodness. Well, I am happily married for the
Oh, me
past
too.
10
Hell
years.
yeah. Married goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
28.
Yes, and then my husband's 31. So,
Where? How old do I look?
30.
Dead ass?
Yeah.
You like 30, like you're
It's
stuck
just
on 30?
that's just a guess. Yeah. Don't
Fuck,
hold it
that's
against
not
me.
good. That's not good. That's not good at all. That means I'm aging like a motherfucker, yo.
Hey, you know what? Maybe the camera's just not doing you any justice.
Is it the camera?
It might be the camera.
I don't
You don't
know.
look old. You don't look old at all, but I
I'm
try to give
20.
people like,
I'm 23.
oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
I'm 20. I'm 23.
Wow.
Yeah. Is it
Okay.
the beard? Do I go
Yeah,
like a thick
honestly,
beard?
it's honestly probably the facial hair, yeah. That's what ages.
Because I was told it makes me look older. I don't know if I should keep it or not. Like, I feel like I look weird without facial hair. Like,
Yeah, nah, keep it. Keep it.
I'm one
For,
of those guys. I can't just shave it. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah.
don't like that. But my fault. We got off topic. So you happily married? I am too. But I got married at a young age. I got married at 22.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I
Yeah.
think I got married at 22 as well, so it's
For
kind
real?
of
For real?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. I thought I was the only one. You know what I'm saying? Like get married young. Like all my homies kind of made fun of me for that.
No, I was one of the first friends in my group to get married too, and it was definitely different, especially
Doesn't
like
it,
having kids so early too.
that's what I'm saying. Like, doesn't it kind of feel weird? Like being married. Are you the only married one in your group?
As of right now, no, not anymore. Within the
Not
past
anymore.
years, a lot of my friends have gotten married, but I was the first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm the first now. I'm still the first of my friend group. Like I'm the only one married. Yeah. So I feel like it feels kind of weird because you're like, there's certain things that they can do and they can go wild out and be whatever, but you're like, wait, I gotta behave though. Like
Oh
I can't
shit.
be doing the stupid shit no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. No, my husband's pretty cool. He lets me, go out. Like I'm going out tonight, and I told him I'm gonna go be a slut tonight, and he's like, "Go for it." I mean, not like whore out or anything, but just go out and have fun.
Just going out like yeah, have fun. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know what
go
you
out,
mean.
shake some ass, get some drinks. Have fun
Right.
with my
There's
girl.
nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with going out and doing that. I mean, I'm not gonna go up and try to flirt and like talk to females. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
No,
not gonna do that. Yeah,
that's
but you'll have people that do that in this generation a lot, like cheating on each other, like openly cheating on each
mhm,
other,
mhm.
which is which it wasn't so open nowadays. Not now, it's kind of more open as time goes by. It gets more like open. People are openly cheating on each other now.
Right. And that's not like an open relationship either. That's like, no, I'm just gonna go do my own thing.
Yeah, like what are your thoughts on that though? Like seeing that on social media, seeing that and just day to day life, like seeing how relationships kind of fold because of cheating. Like what are your thoughts on that?
I think it sucks because like once you make that commitment to somebody, unless you have like a conversation about becoming open or doing something, outside
Yeah.
the relationship, it's just like, what's the point of it then? What's the point of being married and having kids together and spending all this time together if you're just gonna go turn around and do something else? But
Yeah, I feel that.
I feel like relationships these days are very, everybody's very selfish, and you know, it's unfortunate that I have so many friends and family that get divorced or can't find the person for them, and it's
Wait,
just
so, wait, so you already have friends that have been through divorces already?
yes, I sure do.
Wow. So I feel like so what do you think is the age like where people are starting to have divorces at? Like do you think it's like late 20s, early 30s? Like what or do you feel like it's older than that?
I feel like it's like late 20s for sure. Like
Yeah,
you get
that's
married
wild.
young and then you're like, oh shit, I think I made a mistake and let me try and walk this back. But by then, it's too late.
I feel like if you've known somebody for like years upon years though, you kind of start to realize if it's like, yeah, this isn't gonna work versus yeah, I could see myself being with that person. You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm, mhm.
So like with your husband, your current one, like do you feel like with all the years you've known him, do you feel like that like you can be for lifers type deal?
Yeah, I do actually. We're like best friends before anything, and I think that's the most important part of being in a relationship with somebody is that like you need to make sure that you guys can be best friends before you're lovers. You
Mhm.
know, that's the way to make the relationship last as long as possible.
Absolutely. See, and we're a small percentage right now.
Oh, for
Like
real.
we are a small percentage, but like, why do you think people are struggling to find like that right person though? Like, what's the struggle here?
I think we're all looking for that picture perfect relationship, and it really doesn't exist, you know? I mean, I'd be lying if I said, we don't get into arguments or disagree on stuff, but, you know, it's a give and a take, and it's not always going to be 50-50. Sometimes it's 80-20, and you got to be willing to pick up that slack for the other person. And
Sometimes it's
a lot of
sometimes
people
it
aren't
can be
that.
2080.
A lot of people aren't willing to do that. So you got to be able to put the work in to get something back.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, not a lot of people aren't willing to put in that work. Like, you have dudes like that are, which I like. That's not a bad thing. They're on their grind. They're like focusing on doing their thing. Cool, whatever. But you have them getting shit on because they're like, oh, like they don't talk to females or like they don't try to do the, they don't go out on dates. You have people that are like dudes that are kind of more closed off, focused on their own shit, and then they're getting shit for it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And I don't think there's anything wrong with being focused on your own shit and doing your own thing. I mean, that's the best way to go about it. And then, the girl or the man of your dreams is going to pop up when you least expect it.
That's what I've always preached. I've always said that,
Yeah.
like in every episode, and even in just to my homies. Like I've been like, you have to not look for it. Like it's gonna happen out of
Literally.
nowhere. Like
Yeah.
you could literally just be like walking out of a bathroom, out of the men's restroom, and like drop a quarter or some shit, or drop something. I don't know. And a female just walks up and wants to talk to you. Like shit can happen. Anything can
Yeah,
happen.
literally. That's literally exactly how my husband and I met. Like we were just doing our own thing, and then we crossed paths, and it was just, not love at first sight, but we've been together ever since.
Mine was on one of those fucking sketchy ass like it was like a TikTok, but it wasn't like a TikTok. It was like one of those apps that were like that where you meet a bunch of people and shit like that, like random ass people.
Oh snap!
It sounds sketchy as shit when I say it like that. But what was that? How was it called? Oh, it was called Yubo or some shit like that.
Oh, okay, never heard of it.
It's one of those like weird like apps people just meet random people on. Like I don't even know. I got curious, so I was like, oh, fuck it, let me try it out. But I was going live on that app because you could do the same shit like you could do on TikTok on there, and that's how I met my current wife. Strangely enough,
That's cool.
um, yeah, I was in the military at the time, so she was like staying in the barracks building behind me or some shit like that, and that's how
What
we
brand?
met up. You said what branch?
Yeah.
Army.
Boo. No, I'm just
Well, you know what I'm saying?
Marine Corps. Marine Corps. Nah, I'm just kidding. I was
Are
gonna.
you Marine? Are you
Yes,
Marine?
yes, of course.
I give you mad respect because I thought about Marine and I was like, nah, fuck that shit. I don't want to be. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be. I don't want to be that into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, let's be for real. You have the same benefits I do. I just had to work a little harder.
No, you definitely did. I'll give you
you
that.
know.
I was a pogue. Yo, I was fucking logistics. That was my MOS. I was 92 Alpha.
Hey, we're all support. We're all support.
I was a pogue like a motherfucker. I was like, I don't care. I'm out now, but you know what I'm saying. It was fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. I miss the camaraderie and just the fucking around, honestly.
The thing that I kind of realized was it's a lot like college in a way
Mm.
because especially me because I did it right after high school. I joined right after I was 18, so I joined at a young age, so I was already out there in Korea, like my first duty station, ready to party out, fucking get lit. And then after that, I'm going to El Paso. So I'm like, fuck, like I'm around people of my culture. Like I'm really about to get fucking turned. Yeah, army was fun, but didn't want to do 20 years. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, me either. Absolutely not.
So tell me why you don't want to do 20 years. I'm always interested to hear other people's reasons.
Oh shoot. You know what? Honestly, I was medically discharged. I have herniated disc, degenerative disc disease, and arthritis in my back from my job. I used to be aviation,
Word.
so lots of heavy lifting and carrying missiles and bombs and stuff around. So
You said
I got
aviation?
aviation ordnance. Yes.
Aviation ordnance. I feel like I've heard of that, but I never like been in contact with aviation ordnance. I was in an aviation unit though in Korea.
It was my most favorite job I've ever had in my life. If I could do it as a civilian, I would, but
Aviation's chill. Like no one gives a fuck in aviation.
no, we just fucking go balls to the wall all the time.
But I was put on night shift in aviation. Like I was like, bro, this is chilling. Like I don't gotta do no PT. I can just fucking chill, go
Yup.
in at night. I'm
Shoot, we
chilling.
PT on the line. all
You
that
said
work.
what?
I said we do PT on the line. All that work we do running around with the jets and shit.
Yeah. Well, mine was like doing the turning, like the perch turning and shit. So like I was
Oh,
getting like rotary wings and fucking yeah. all kinds of different helicopter parts and shit like that.
Oh, dope.
But yeah, Korea was cool. Did you go like anywhere overseas when you're in the Marines?
Yeah, we actually went to South Korea, Japan, Indonesia, Guam. It was a
Or
time.
so like, did you get to check out like Busan and like Seoul?
Oh no, I didn't do too much traveling, unfortunately, but the places I did go, I really loved. I think Indonesia was my favorite, just because it was so different from the United States.
Yeah,
Auto, and it's literally like a fully third world country. I mean, people are walking around without shoes on, and they're
yeah,
packing 3 to 4 people on a moped, and it
yeah, yeah, yeah.
crazy. Our taxi driver was driving on the opposite side of the road just to get around people, and we're like, dude, we're gonna die. But
That sounds like Korea, bro. Like them Korean taxi drivers, they don't give a fuck. Like
hell no.
they be drifting, they be Tokyo drifting. They might have invented that shit, bro. For real, for real. You
No.
know, like, and I learned some Korean from it. Like I learned "kamsamnida." If you don't say that shit, they gonna be mad at you. They gonna mark your name down. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Mm-mm. And they
Yeah.
had weird rules for army. I don't know how it was for Marines, but I stayed at Camp Humphreys. So over there, it was like if you weren't like a certain rank or if you weren't married and lived off base, you couldn't have a car out there. So your only travel was taxis, Korean taxis.
Oh damn. That's crazy.
Mhm.
That sucks.
So so if I wanted to go like to another city, I had to take a taxi to like the train station, take the train, go to that different city, and go
Mm,
party out there. So
that's
that
what's
was that was the move every weekend and stay the weekend out there.
Oh, that's cool. At least you got to do that. I don't think we had any time to go out and do stuff like that, but
Why did they let y'all go out when you went to Korea?
we were only there for like a month or so, and we had a huge mission to accomplish out there, so we were really busy working and stuff. But I did
Mm.
go to the DMZ, the demilitarized zone, and
Yeah,
see North Korea. And let me tell you, like, the border between North Korea and South Korea is like one of the most bone chilling places I've ever been in my life.
it looks like dead, like everything's dead out there,
Oh my
bro.
god, it's
Like,
so creepy because we could see the North Korean military like watching us from across the border, and you can hear
it
the
made
propaganda and shit, and it was just so creepy.
made me feel like they had snipers or some shit pointed at us,
Oh,
like bro,
they
like.
had to have, right? They had to have.
But
There's
it
no.
was scary being over there because I'm like I'm over here partying, getting fucking faded, and I'm like, bro, North Korea could attack at any fucking moment right now, and I'm faded.
I wish
And
it would.
bro, like that was just some crazy shit to think about being over there. It was like anything could happen, and then they would say that shit to us too. They're like anything could pop off at any time.
They don't have the balls.
They most likely don't, but anything can happen. I believe anything can happen.
Not for real.
You know what I'm saying? We might be at a war right now. Who the fuck knows?
Dude, we are. They just don't tell us.
Yeah, there's a lot of conspiracy theories on some shit. I don't know. I don't
Let's
know
not.
if you're into that shit. Are you into conspiracy theories?
I am. I am.
Where
We.
like what's your favorite kind of conspiracy theory?
Oh my gosh. Damn. I don't know. I mean, there's always the classic Bush did 9/11. That one's. that,
Yeah, people talk about that one, but I'm talking about like I like the alien ones. Even though
that,
that's not really a conspiracy anymore, but I still like info on the aliens. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, aliens live among us for sure. Like, they're
They
here.
have to.
There's no doubt.
They have to. No, but do they live in this solar system?
Oh, yeah, they're everywhere.
You think they live in this solar system?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
in our solar system? Like they could be on motherfucking
Yes.
on Saturn? Like
I
yeah.
They're right here on Earth with us, living among us.
Okay.
For all you know, I could be an alien, Like, we just don't know.
I don't know. That is a trippy thing. And like, the whole reptilian bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Do you believe that? The reptilian?
What about the reptilians?
Like, do you think like that's what it is? Like that's the extraterrestrial shit?
No, I think they're more than that.
I feel like there's some truth to the Anunnaki shit though. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if you've ever watched like the YouTube videos or like anything on like Anunnaki, but that shit's kind of. I feel like there's some truth to that shit.
I think there's a little bit of truth in all the conspiracies, but it's just a matter of time before we figure it all out. And it might not be
Right.
our generation, but maybe the next to the next to the next.
I don't know. It interests me. Like I kind of want to meet one now. Like I kind of want to be at that point where we can like be in contact with extraterrestrial beings and be like homies with them. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't think it's gonna go down like that.
You really think they gonna be like, nah, we gonna fuck y'all up?
I really do. I really do.
As long as they don't look anything like fucking spiders or like multiple eyeball bullshit, I'm good.
I don't want to see anything that doesn't look human.
So what if
Period.
they had like I don't know. I don't even know how to describe anything that wouldn't look like anything on this earth.
It's all
I don't
terrifying.
know.
It's all terrifying. Even the ones that you see on like the movies, the big, tall, lanky ones with the
But I'm saying like,
big.
what if we see what they look like, but we just can't comprehend and describe what they look like? Like they
Yeah,
just look freaky.
no,
Like
that's definitely how it is. I think a lot of people have come into contact with something and they're like, I don't even know what that was, but it was definitely alien.
I don't know. It's interesting to hear like their stories of like them being abducted and then just being put back in their home like nothing happened.
Yeah, I would never leave the house after that.
I don't
Seriously.
even know what the fuck I would do. I'd be like, bro, like I don't even know if the alien like raped me or some shit. Like what the fuck?
You've been probed. No.
Bro. Like what the fuck? That is it's crazy to think about. Like what if that's what they're doing? Like because I didn't aren't there stories of like some people like they had like pregnancies where like the baby might have been a half extraterrestrial or some shit.
The hell?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, heck
They
no.
don't look like too different though. That's the other thing. Like they look like normal fucking kids, but they're like, yeah, they're half. And it's
Yeah,
like, what?
they're living among us. I'm telling you, somewhere.
I don't know. Maybe they just look like us, or like they're more advanced to us. Like I'm open to all possibilities of anything.
Yeah, for sure. Anything's possible, for sure.
Like, what if there's multiple fucking Earths? Like the whole Marvel series and shit. Like,
Oh
I'd
yeah,
be down for that. Multiple me's.
multiple realities. Definitely, I think that definitely exists, but we just don't have access to them.
I don't know. I think that's gonna be a while before we. I feel like we'll probably get flying cars before we ever get access to that type of shit.
Hey, I mean,
I,
they're working on making everybody live forever, so we might just see it.
who knows? Do you follow any type of like social media drama? Before I ask this next question,
Not really. I try to stay out of drama. I'm not really
I do
a
too.
drama girly.
I do too. It's just because I don't know like if I should bring that up or not because it's like other people's life, but it's like I don't really get into it either. But my wife was talking about the I forgot her fucking name, but it has something to do with James Charles or some shit.
Oh
I don't
shit!
know
What?
if you know. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
No, what happened?
I forgot her name. Like he's real cool with her. Like K something starts with a C. I don't know. Forgot her name, but it has something to do with like James Charles, where like he fucked her ex boyfriend, or like that was the claim or
Stop.
some shit.
What the helly?
I heard this from my mom, from my, not my mom, my fucking my wife.
Oh
So
my goodness.
I don't know. She's like more into the cheese me, and for those of you that don't know cheese me, that's drama.
Oh no.
Uh, yeah, she's more into that stuff. So she'll be telling me, all the drama and all that stuff, and I'm just like, okay, I could talk about it, but I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't really pay attention.
Yeah, no, me either. I'm not about the drama. Save the drama for your mama.
I don't know. It's hard for me to keep up with celebrities. Like I like certain celebrities, but it's hard for me to really like be invested in their life. Like I don't feel that
Hmm.
need to be invested in their life like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm too invested in my life. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are your future plans with the whole modeling thing, if you don't mind me asking?
I want to be an international model and, be on TV, movies, and stuff. I was on the baddie auditions this last season, so I was.
Okay. Did you win it?
No, I fucking didn't. It sucks because I think they like pre-pick the girls that they want.
It's probably rigged.
Yeah,
Who
and
won? Who
they use
won?
thousands of girls that come to the auditions as screen time. So um, I was kind of upset about it at first, but now I'm kind of like, okay, it's business. Business is business. I get it. And either way, you cut it. I had a good time, and I want to go to the every audition after that. So
Would you ever go like on a dating show though? Like, or I'm sorry, not a dating show. My fault. I forgot you're married. My fault. I
And
forgot. I forgot. I
even if
forgot.
I was even if I was single, I'd say hell no.
I was gonna ask that because like I feel like those dating shows like on Netflix, like the Too Hot to Handle and like all those other fucking bullshits. I feel like they're like kind of rigged. I feel like, or
Yeah.
like there's something off about it, but I can't like I don't know. Like the circle is interesting as fuck. Like I feel like I like the circle, but it's something off about it. I don't know what it is.
No, you're so right. I feel like they just I don't know what they do, but you're totally right. It's
I don't know
definitely
if you ever watched the circle, but the way they're like message, like they're like circle message, and it's like it pops up, and it's like how would they know what they're saying and what they want to say?
right. Yeah, no, it's all those shows are rigged and not really reality shows anymore. It's all scripted.
And I heard, and like if they couple up or whatever the fuck, or like start dating or whatever, but they don't actually date in real life. Like they're just maybe fucking at the most part, but that's
Oh,
it.
no, that's crazy. You put all that work in for nothing.
I don't know. That's why I would never want to do those type of shits because they look sketchy. Like they look like interesting for the people that like drama, but not for me. I would never want to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, not single me would not want to do that shit. Hell no. But what do you think? Going back to we're gonna go ahead and drift into like the social media type relationship shit. So do you feel like social media impacts a lot of people's relationships nowadays?
Oh, absolutely. I see memes every day on the internet, I follow a lot of girly pages, so it's usually like memes against men and it's just like disgusting. Like, you
I
know,
see that, but I see memes against women as well. And I feel I'm one of those people where it's like everything's 50-50. And
yeah,
I believe that if there's fault on one side, there's gonna be fault on the other because it takes two to tango and it takes two to be the team. And I just feel like both parties need to take fault and be better.
no, you're
And
exactly right. Exactly right. I think a lot of women expect too much out of men and a lot of men expect too much out of women and they just don't want to,
so
you know,
I'm gonna tell you out of personal experience. Like I've noticed females will say that they prefer that 6 foot and taller. They want the right zodiac sign. They la da da want the fucking 6 million six
yeah,
figure fucking shit. And I'm like, this is
exactly.
unrealistic. Like we all know it's delusional. We all know it's unrealistic. But I've talked to these same females and I've hung out with these same females, and I can tell you that the height doesn't matter. I've said this in multiple episodes. The height doesn't matter in any
The height
circumstance.
doesn't matter, your zodiac sign doesn't matter. I mean, who you are as a person deep down is
Now
what.
the money might matter. Just saying.
Hey,
And I say
you
that
you got to
I
at
say,
least have your shit together, you know?
that's what I'm saying. Like I say the money has to matter at least to an extent because you got to be able to pay for that first date. You got to be able to show her that you can not only support yourself but you'd be able to support another woman as well.
Right, right.
So money does matter in a sense, which I get that, but six figures, now we're just talking ridiculous.
Right.
How
Right.
many people do you know make six figures right
Uh,
now?
I know a couple, but they're in relationships, married and stuff, so
So I can tell you this, I know a couple, but are we going to consider debt? Are we
shit.
taking debt into consideration?
Nah.
You said nah. We
Nah.
gotta. I feel like you have to. You're gonna lose money.
Hey, everybody needs a house, everybody needs a car, so
Oh yeah, and I'm not saying they can't afford that, but there's still that debt that you got to consider.
right.
Some type of debt. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I know people that can make that much money, but the debt part probably
Take
not the
yeah.
greatest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, but that's my thing, and I feel like so on the female part, there's an unrealistic kind of not really a need because I've understood that it's not really a necessity, but it's a like a want. Like that's my preference
Mhm.
for female. It'd be like that's what they say that's their preference. But for guys, it's more so like, oh, this is what a lot of dudes do, and dudes don't look at personality. I'm gonna be real with you. I do because I know what I would look for, hence why I'm married. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew what to look for in personality and in whatever the fuck I was looking for. But I feel like most dudes don't look at the personality and they get with the female for the looks, and then
Mhm.
the female might look good and might, they might not have the best communication or best relationship, but he's
Yeah,
with her for the looks and she's with him for, I guess, his stature, being
yeah,
6'4" or whatever the fuck.
right. Same thing. The looks. It's all about looks to everybody, and that's like that should be the last thing on your list, honestly.
It should be, but it's not. Like, people focus on that. Like, I can tell you, like, people, like females from my age and up and dudes from my age and up both have these issues.
I've seen it. I mean, my friends have. I've dated guys, and my friends are like, "Why are you dating him? He's ugly or he's fat or whatever." And I'm like, "What does it matter if he's a good person? You know?"
Not only that, but like, what does it mean? Like, when you say someone's ugly, like, are they talking about like the physical appearance just isn't like appealing to them, or like what do they mean by that?
Yeah,
You
like, they just didn't think any of my some of my boyfriends were cute or whatever, and it was offensive because it's not always about looks again, you know.
So let
And
me ask you this, like, personally, because I know like there are females that do look at looks for a dude as far as the height as well. But you personally, like, did you ever look at looks, or did you just mostly look at the personality? And if they seem like a good, kind-hearted human, you know what I'm saying? Like, did you look at that more than the looks most of the time?
yeah, I've always been a personality person for sure. Always. I mean,
See,
looks are important, but I think the personality first.
so why would you say looks are important?
I mean, looks are important because I want you to be able to take care of yourself. You know what I mean? If you don't brush your hair or brush your teeth, you don't shave, you know, stuff like that. If you have freaking caterpillar eyebrows and you don't, you know, tweeze them here and there, you know what I mean? Like you have to at least try to take care of yourself. You don't have to be perfect, but you know,
Damn, I was gonna say because I have like I have bushier eyebrows. Like, are you talking about my eyebrows?
no, 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 no. You have dude eyebrows. You're good. You're good.
Oh, I'm
But
good. Okay.
you know, some girls are just so picky when it comes to little stuff like that. It's just crazy.
I feel like it's more so just picky with if they have. I don't know if the zodiac sign is really that important anymore. I know in previous episodes I was like that's what it is because that's what they made it seem like.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it was more so. I feel like it's more so the money and the height now.
Yeah, I think money is a huge factor in relationships right now, and it's
Like, I've known so many, like, even models that I've even had on this podcast, they were like, I need a dude that makes enough to buy me the things I want and to take care of me and all this and that. And I'm not the dude for confrontation. Like, I don't usually start confrontation. I'm just kind of like, all right, well, like, that's you, do you. Like, I'm just here to host a podcast. I'm not here to like talk shit like most
right.
other podcasters do. So,
But the crazy thing about saying stuff like that is, girl, you can get up and get your own shit too. You can get up and buy your own Chanel
oh,
bag.
believe me. I wanted to say I wanted to say what I wanted to say, but I'm not that kind of person to
And
start like.
like, what about the man? Like, don't you want to buy him Gucci and Chanel and all this nice stuff too? Like, he deserves it too, not just you, girl.
So I could tell you personally, my wife is like that. My wife will, like, she's the type, like, that's her love language is gift giving. So it's
Yeah,
it's more
same.
so like she loves to buy stuff. But a lot of females out there don't have that specific love language. It's the other way around. They
Mm,
were like, oh, if you're gonna buy my love type deal. I feel like that's kind of what it is.
no, that's crazy. That's crazy. You shouldn't have to buy love. You got to work for it, but you
Shouldn't.
shouldn't have to buy it.
But at the same time, I can understand why females would have their wall so built up like that. Because that's what it is, essentially. It's their wall being built up. You're gonna have to buy
Mhm.
my love. Like, you're gonna have to show me that you care about me. This is a woman that's obviously, been in terrible, shitty relationships in the past. Am I right?
Yeah, and then they hold it against whoever's next, and that's not fair.
Eh, And that's how it is. And this is the same female that will also ditch the nice guy and go with the
Yeah.
bad boy. Go with the bad boy because that's what she's used to. That's her domain.
Mm-hmm. No, you're so right.
Isn't that crazy to think about? Like, this is why they say the nice guy doesn't win in this situation because that's what the female's used to.
No, they are. Everybody, I feel like a lot of people are addicted to toxic relationships, and that comes from like childhood, honestly. Like, if you're used to toxicity in the home, then you're going to keep looking for that in relationships and friendships, and it's just a never ending cycle. And you might
I
not
don't
even
know.
realize you're addicted to toxicity, but it just happens that way.
I don't even know the ideal age to even realize that shit. Like, would it be high school? Would it be after high school?
You have to do so much mindfulness and self-searching and everything to even realize like, oh shit, I might be addicted to toxicity, you know.
Like I went, like me, I went to a bad high school. I went to a high school where it was like, I don't want to date none of these females because, like, if I break up with them, if I don't feel like I want to date them, I might get stabbed the next day or
Shut
like
up, really?
get a strap pulled on me. Fuck yeah, bro. Like this is, I'm in Maryland right now, so I finished high school out here in Maryland, and Baltimore is not too far away. Fucking DC is not too far away. So you got kids that get kicked out of schools that come from Baltimore, that come from DC, and they come over to our schools over here where
Hmm.
I live. And I'm cool with a lot of them at the same time, but it's like if I did them wrong, like my life could be on the line for sure.
Nah, for real. Yeah.
Mhm.
I always knew, like, growing up, I wasn't going to end up with anybody from high school. I mean, like, let's be so for real. We need to get
And
out,
and out
experience
here,
them.
yeah, and out here's the East Coast, so I'm not used to East Coast like that.
For real.
Simple. I'm not like I come from Colorado. Like Colorado is more so West Coast. There might not be a West Coast state, but it's more West Coast style.
Completely different
So
vibe.
yeah, exactly. Where do you come from?
I was born and raised in Michigan. I spent 9, 10 years in California, and then I just moved to Texas about 10 months ago. So I've been all
Where like did like so was it Detroit, Michigan, or like around there?
no, I was born in Ann Arbor.
Ann Arbor. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So like where the college is, kind of deal.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. So did you get a feel for how the West Coast vibe was when you were in Cali?
Oh, absolutely. I have a lot of people say, "Are you from the West Coast?" Because I say stuff like "hella" and shit like that, and they just pick up on it. So,
West
yeah,
Coast is the best coast. I'm gonna
it
stay
is.
safe. I'm gonna stay safe. I may live over here in Maryland, but West Coast is the best coast for
San
sure.
San Diego will always have my heart. If I could live anywhere, it'd be in San Diego.
But I'm telling you, even when I went and visited California, because California's right there, like Colorado, California had to go through fucking Utah, Las Vegas, boom, California.
Hmm.
California was right there. Like I feel like I clicked with it. I didn't like the beaches too much. You know what I'm saying? Like I went to like Redondo Beach and like these different beaches that had like seaweed and shit all over the beach. So I was like, this ain't the best.
Oh my
Like
god,
I'll vibe out, but
you got to go out to Sunset Cliffs. I mean, it's just beautiful out there. It's a beautiful
I
place.
heard I heard of Sunset Cliffs, but I don't know.
That's
I
where I
never
go
went out there.
my midday naps when I go to San Diego. Just take my
San
yoga
Diego.
nap out there. Yeah.
San Diego. I have cousins that call it Dago.
Dago.
Have you ever heard it been called Dago before?
Yes. All the people call it that. It's
So you
weird.
did. I feel like you hung around Chicanos, so you have to know the term then. When I did say it initially,
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've heard it before for sure.
so then why'd you ask me in the beginning?
Well, I mean, I just wanted a clarification.
Clarification.
Yes, I'm off that Don Julio Actifulio, boy. I need some clarification right
I'm
now.
off that Epsilon straight from motherfucking Jalisco, and we function and other stuff, but I'm functioning just fine. We good.
We Gucci.
Gucci. Absolutely. So what if you were to pick to live between California and Texas? Which one's better?
And you know what? I'm gonna have to say, don't tell anybody, but definitely California. I love
So
this, but California just has a totally different vibe and freedom. And I mean, I smoke weed, so it's illegal there. It's illegal here in Texas, so it's a little bit of a bummer, but
that's the unfortunate thing about Texas. Like that's what I was like, nah, I can't live in Texas.
yeah, it really sucks. We have like a THCA and stuff like that, but it doesn't hit. It's just hemp, it doesn't hit the same.
Yeah, yeah, nah, it doesn't. But that's why you gotta move to a state that has dispos all over the place.
Shoot, no kidding.
AKA
Uh,
Colorado or
Cali,
Maryland. Say Maryland's, it's legal there too.
Michigan has a lot of dispensaries too. They're really popping with their
I
weed out.
just think at this point they need to like legalize it completely. I'm talking federally, I'm talking just all in all, like they need to legalize it.
Yeah, we can hope. We can hope, but I don't know if that'll happen anytime soon here in Texas. They're very against it.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how like really politics work. Like I don't really try to get into politics because I know people argue about that shit all the time, and it causes some hardcore fucking beef for no reason. But I'm like, I don't really choose like a side. I'm just kind of like I'll hear both sides out,
Yeah, it's just
but I'm here vibing.
it's just
That's
all
it.
opinions, and you got to respect everybody else's opinion, whether it matches yours or not. Like you can't get butthurt because somebody wants it this way and you want it that way.
Bro, some people talk shit because I don't have an opinion. I'm just kind of like, I'm here vibing. If they
Yeah,
make the country better, then cool. If they don't, then hey, we're fucked. But we better figure it the fuck out.
somebody better figure it out before I have to.
I'm not in that position, so it ain't for me to figure it the fuck out. It's for y'all to figure it the fuck out.
Oh, for real.
Simple as that, you know. It's for them to figure it the fuck out. So that's kind of how I see things. I don't. That's why I don't see how my stance is dumb because it's like I don't really care. Like
One way or the other, yeah. We could go either way for
I
sure.
feel like because I feel like even with this previous election, it was fucked either. Like I feel like it could have been fucked either way, or it could have been great either way. Who knows?
Yeah, we really don't know unless we
Who
look
knows?
at realities.
I don't even know. Like I know I probably couldn't do a better job. Like I wouldn't even know what to do if I was in that position.
Yeah, I would never put
Honestly.
myself in that position. I would die.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, do I do this and take certain things out of neighborhoods and make them better, or like what the fuck do I do next? What do I focus on? And that's I feel like people don't realize that that's the hardest part of being in that position in the first place.
'Cause you have to make so many hard decisions that you know are going to affect millions of people either way.
That's what I'm saying. But I feel like the decisions right now, I will say this, the decisions that are being made right now are affecting people of our raza, of our race, for sure.
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm gonna say Latinos are the main fucking target right now
Yeah.
of everything.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
means that means us Chicanos, that means if you're a paisa, that means you're a target as well, definitely. And it's sad because half the time, these motherfuckers like they all have documentations to stay here to begin with.
Right. It's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. I mean, some people are, yeah, like you said, some people are already documented and they're having to leave, and they've built their life here for years and years and years and haven't done anything, and they're still being kicked out, and it's just not fair.
It's not. And I've met paisas in the military, like they're literally serving because they want their family to have that citizenship.
Yes, yeah, there
You know what
was
I'm saying?
people I went to boot camp with that had done that, and kind of saved their family, but at the same time it's like, are they at risk now because of everything that's going on?
Right. And I don't know, like it's just scary to think about, and then it's like, damn, like if they don't serve, then they're fucked.
No,
That's the
literally.
whole like that's some like that's something to think about. Like what the fuck? Like if I don't serve, or if someone don't serve that's Latino, like they're fucked.
Oh, for real.
Like there's literally Chicanos out there that have gotten detained. And remember what I told you, Chicanos are American American born people that have Mexican blood.
Mm-hmm. They're just
And
going.
they're getting detained as if they're from over there. And it's like, bro, they have the documentation to prove that they're from here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's a whole mess. There's
So I
no
feel like,
there's no I don't know, there's no like rule book for it. They're just kind of trying to do whatever they can right now, and it's just not okay.
right. And so like you being like you said you half black, half white, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
So like you being mixed, like what do you think of everything that's going on right now?
With the whole deportations and everything.
Just everything, like just everything, even even like in black community, like what do you think?
Oh man, I really try, like you said, I try to stay out of politics too, because like I'm always I'm always going to meet everybody in the middle. I'm not hyper opinionated or anything. I understand both sides of it. Um but I definitely think that there need to be more voices in
Yeah,
voices that we're making, not just one or two people making these decisions. It needs to be a whole group of people that are ethnically diverse to make these decisions.
My thing is a lot of people say like we need to have the black and brown unite. And what I mean by the black and brown is mean like black people and and us Latinos need to unite. And I'm with it. But at the same time, I feel like it shouldn't just be us. I feel like it should be everybody. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck if you're a redneck from the fucking backwoods of fucking Kentucky or whatever the fuck southern state. I don't care, if you're just from Africa or just from Mexico or whatever. Like we all need to unite and just be cool with each other.
That's how the United
What the
States used
fuck?
to. Now we're just so divided, you know.
Like
I
that's what we want to be. Like I feel like that's what we as a country want to be, but it's not going that way.
I think social media has a lot to do with that too. A lot of misinformation and people just
I
trying
mean,
to.
because there's a lot of people from the African American community as well that say like, "Oh, Mexicans don't like black people," and I'm like, that's not true at all. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? Like a lot of us actually have black people in our family, so that's kind of crazy to say like, "Oh, we don't like black people." We have a lot of black people in our family. You know.
the problem is people meet one or two people that don't like black people or Asians or whatever, and then they assume that's the whole race. And it's like, no, motherfucker, you haven't met everybody. How would you even know?
I mean, you might meet someone who happens to be Mexican or someone who happens to be Salvadoran or whatever the fuck Latino and not happen to not like a specific race, but that shouldn't speak for all of us.
Period.
Because you got to remember, a lot of us grew up around black people, grew up around Latinos, and I grew up around both. I grew up around white people as well that were hood like that, like white people that were down for shit,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just how it was. But I feel like all of us says like it don't matter. I feel like race just shouldn't matter to begin with.
No, I
Why the
agree.
fuck does it matter? Like I feel like everyone should be cool with everybody. Why the fuck does race have to matter?
Yeah, I don't see color at all.
No one should. And I feel like that plays a part in the dating as well. Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of white dudes may not date a black girl. A lot of black girls will not date a white dude. Vice versa, whatever. Latino might be mixed. I don't know. Some might not. I don't know.
No,
But I feel like you said what?
I said you're so right. I've seen that for sure.
That's what I'm saying. So like, why does race have like? Why do you feel like race has to play a part in, or why do you think they feel like race has to play a part in dating?
I think it's not, I mean, it's personal preference obviously, but I think a lot of people, see their friends, white boys dating blonde girls with blue eyes, and then, the Mexicans want to date the Latinas, and it's just been a cycle of the same thing over and over and over again. They see their parents do it, they see their friends do it, and
Okay,
they don't want to go outside the bubble because they're scared of, the hypocrisy or the judgment, you know what I mean? And
I see what you mean. I mean,
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you personally, like me being Mexican, I did marry someone else who is Mexican, and I've also been someone who has been with a black woman who has been with people that were different races, except for white. I never been with a white girl before, actually,
That's
which
hel-
is
I think
kind of huh.
I've dated like every race. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if you want to count elementary school, but I don't know if you count.
Damn, you were pimping in elementary school.
I mean, I was
Oh my gosh,
doing,
early.
so my thing is like I don't know whenever I was a kid, like my primos, like my cousins were always like telling me like, oh, like how many girlfriends you got? Like they were already trying to tell me like I should have multiple, and it's like that shouldn't be the case. So that's not how it should be. Like dudes, that's like for guys, that's not how it should be. Like that's kind of fucked up. Don't have
No,
multiple females.
and you're
Unless
lucky.
you're into that polygamy shit, like don't have multiple females. But
Yeah,
a
no, I
lot of
can't.
like my cousins were like that. Like, how many girlfriends you got? So I feel like that was my mindset. Like going into school, like it was like okay, I can
Mm,
do my classwork, do all this bullshit, but I'm gonna see who looks good in the class. Like I'm gonna see who I'll be that dude. Why
mm,
not?
mm-hmm.
So it
And
was just
yeah, you woke up and you were like, wait a second, like there's a better way to do this.
yeah, like it was always a mindset, but I never like took it to where it can be like to where it like sexualizes, if that makes sense. To where it's like, oh, because she has a fat ass, like I like her. Like nah.
Yeah.
If she looks good, she looks good. Don't get me wrong. She got a figure, cool. But that's not gonna define. If you got a shitty personality, I'm not gonna fuck with you.
Period.
You know.
No, for
That's
real.
just straight up like that. That's why, that's why dating has been hard for me even before I was married. Like dating was tough as fuck.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are just very selfish and in it for their own good. And I have a pretty
But
good intuition, so I kind of know like within the first like 5 to 10 seconds of talking to somebody, whether we're gonna click or, you know what I mean. And a lot of
but
people,
you realize that it really takes 5 months to really get to know somebody.
no, for real, it
Mhm.
really does.
So
It
you
really
say
does.
like so you said like 5 to 10 seconds in a
Yeah.
date? Cool. 5 to 10 seconds in a date, yeah, 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 I get that. I get that. But in all reality, though, I feel like when you do that 5 to 10 second rule, it doesn't actually give him the chance because it takes 5 months to get to know somebody. So I
Hmm.
feel like it wasn't enough time to really get to know that dude. Like maybe he had some awkward issues, like he was socially awkward. Maybe you were his first date,
Hey, I'm all for awkward. I'm good with it.
and
I mean,
that's why I fuck with the personality. Like I fuck with that type of personality because awkward. Like I feel like people should be able to be themselves around other people.
yes, and that's what
You know
I
what I'm
try.
saying?
Like, that's what I try to do is like you don't need to feel awkward. You don't need to feel, scared or anything about me. Like I'm very open and understanding, and if you need to get something off your chest, get it off your chest, and don't be scared to say it
And
because
I
like
mean, and I
I,
mean this as, and I mean this as a compliment. That's exactly why you're married.
yeah, for sure.
That's exactly why you're married. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mhm.
exactly why. Like we both married. We both got it figured out for now.
Yeah, for
You know what
sure.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I honestly, I hope that people in our generation at least can find something as far as relationships. Like I've always been like someone who's like down to have relationships prosper and like have relationships be cool for people. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it is a struggle. It's been a struggle for so long.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? People struggle with that shit so much, and right now it's the cheating. It's all kinds of a mess. It can be arguments. People break up over one argument nowadays too,
Yeah. No.
and that's something I will never understand. But that's something that people need to get over. Like there's gonna be arguments in a relationship. You're not always gonna see eye to eye. That's just the way it is. How many times do you argue with your husband on a daily basis?
I couldn't tell you the last time we had an argument. We really don't like argue anything. We'll disagree, but like at the end of the day, him and I are on the same wavelength of like understanding each other and being like, okay, you think differently than I do. Let's just meet in the middle or forget about it and we'll move on, because there's,
Yeah.
there's no point in trying to get pissed off at each other over something that we're going to forget about tomorrow or the next day or the next day. Like,
Thank you. Thank you. And I feel like, let's see, like right there, that's the mature way to think about it.
mm-hmm.
And we need more people that are around our age. And when I say that, I mean 20s and 30s to be able to think this type of way.
No, for real. I wish everybody would just get out of their head and start thinking about everybody else, How does
Yeah.
this feel?
And I must really fucking fit the married age since I got called 30 today.
You should take it as a compliment.
And why would that be a compliment?
You
I,
look
I really want to know why that would be a compliment.
you look mature. You don't look like a baby.
I mean, I might not look like a baby, but 30 is crazy.
I think 23 is a baby.
23 is, and I am 23, and I feel like I'm still. And I'm gonna be real with you. I can say this cold heartedly, like I'm still figuring things out at this age, and that's normal.
Too.
It's
Me too.
normal. It's normal. We're in our 20s. We should be still trying to figure shit out.
I don't know if we ever figure it out, honestly. I feel like our whole life is just trying to figure it out, and that's okay.
I mean, I can tell you this. I love doing like this podcast stuff, and I love like connecting with people, networking with people, and getting the vibe and just chopping it up with people in general. You know what I'm saying? I'm that kind of guy. Um, and that's why I do this podcast stuff, and that's why I'm glad that you came on. I have been having like an issue where like guests will say like, "Yeah, I'm down to get on this and that," and then they'll like either say like, "Oh, I'm not down." Like they'll actually reach out, and I'm cool with that. Thank you for reaching out and saying that you can't. Like I'm cool with
Mhm.
that. I don't need to know a reason, just cool. But others that just won't say nothing, like
Right.
just be silent and you saw in the group chat, like a lot of them were silent, and it was pretty dry.
No, I saw that. Yeah, you got to hold yourself accountable and take on.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, is it on me? Because I want to take responsibility for it. Like, maybe I should have been more interactive with it. Like, I don't know.
No, I didn't see any problems in the group chat, and I think you're doing a great job. But I think a lot of people are just kind of scared to voice their opinions, or they didn't know what to expect from this, and they're scared to do new things. I get it.
I know. That's why I want people to at least watch some episodes before they get on so they can get the idea, get the vibe going. Because if they do that, then they'll know, like, hey, voice your opinion. I don't care. Like,
Hmm.
say what you want to say. This is a free space. This is a judge free zone. I'm not the whatever podcast. I'm not going to shit talk you and
Yeah.
downplay you. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, it's entertaining and it's cool, you know, internet drama, whatever, but that's not what this is. This
Hmm.
is real deal shit. This is organic. This is what I like to call an organic virtual podcast to where I can actually have a straight up fucking conversation with you.
Hmm. No, I love that. I love that because a lot of podcasts, they have girls on there and they just roast them the whole time, and it's like just disrespectful.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like most of the guests I have on are females, but those are the only individuals that are actually down to get on and talk and say something, you know.
Yeah,
I feel like dudes get intimidated, especially when they see that there's females that are gonna be on. They might get a little intimidated.
oh
You
my,
know,
no, we
I've
can't
had I've had
intimidate.
homies on. I'll have my homies on,
Yeah,
but
that's
you
what's
know,
up.
what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know. I'm still here. I'm still doing this shit. We're in season 7, so we'll see how the rest of it goes, and hopefully hopefully it gets better. You know what I'm saying?
The only way is up.
Like it was. You saw the group chat. It was originally nine people.
Yeah, and we're down
and
to
it's just me and you right now. So that comes to show, like, damn,
yeah.
not everyone is truly down. Like, and that's the podcast business that happens.
I feel like that's with everything too, though, like work and everything. Because like I've had group photo shoots, and all the girls are like, yeah, 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 I'll be there, I'll be there, and then like two girls show up when there was supposed to be like 12, and it's like, okay, are you guys really down? Do you actually want to grow? Are you actually in this for yourself, or do you want to just sit back and try and have somebody else do your shit? But it doesn't
Right, right,
work like that.
right.
You got to put the work.
And my thing is, and it goes back to the money shit. I've had like people, like, I'll be like, hey, like, I'm having this part, like the same way I've reached out to you, and you know, like, I'll reach out to you know, whoever, and they're like, oh, like, do we charge this, or like, do you pay whatever, and it's like,
Uh,
I'm just trying to chop it up. Like,
that's crazy. I mean, you're getting put on this platform for a reason, and to
and
ask,
I don't flex my followers. I don't flex none of that shit because I don't care about that. Like, it's cool that, you know, people watch. It's cool that people follow. It's cool people like the shit, but I'm not gonna flex it.
right?
I'm not that kind of person. And so if someone says, "Oh, I charge for this," or "Do you pay?" I'm gonna, like, respectfully say, "No, I don't." Like, this, we're chopping it up. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
you
it's a
know what I'm saying?
like it's not. You don't have to get paid for everything you do. Just like, I mean, same thing with modeling. Like, I don't get paid for every shoot. You
Yeah. Like, I would happily, like if someone was like, "Hey, like, let's collab," and like if it was another podcaster, I'd get on another podcast, and like, I wouldn't expect to get paid from it because it's like, shit,
know,
we're
because
both growing. We're both growing from this as it is.
you're
You know?
grateful for the exposure. You know.
Yeah. A lot of people don't understand that. I don't know.
I got
I don't know. I just, you know, like, I chop it up with whoever is down to chop it up with, and that's that.
that's good. Not for real.
That's the way to think about it, I feel like.
That's the way to.
And you were straight up down with it. You were straight up down to get on, you know, a podcast and actually step out your comfort zone, cuz this was probably the first one, right? The first one
Yeah,
you've ever done.
yeah. This is my first podcast.
And see, you stepped out your comfort zone, you got on this thing, and you saw it was a comfortable space, and we could chop it up and talk about whatever. Like, you felt that way, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's what I do. I like to step out of my comfort zone and try something new. I always tell everybody, like, hey, I'm a guinea pig. Like, any photo shoot ideas, anything that you want to do, like, I'm down with it. We might as well try it because you never know, like, what you're going to like or how you're going to feel while you're doing it. The confidence built from it.
Exactly. Exactly. See, I fuck. That's the mindset to fuck with. Like that. That's a. Yep. Fuck with it. That's all. Fuck with it.
Fuck
That's the
with
right mindset to have. Fuck with it. But yeah, it's just a podcast struggle though. That's what it was. Like that's why you saw like so many like stuff going on in the group chat, just because it was just I don't know. It was just a lot of people not interacting, a lot of people not like getting that we're saying that we're down, and it was just a mess. It
it's
was.
giving unprofessionalism. I'm sorry.
It is, but it's like it makes me feel like I shouldn't do the group chats because even my wife told me like don't do the group chats because maybe the females see each other as competition, and I thought about that and I was like
Easy.
that might be it. Like you might not have felt that way just because you're already married, so you're like I don't care, I'm here to fucking chop it up. But the others that were single and probably didn't know I was married and were like, hey, like
It shouldn't even come down to that though.
it shouldn't, it really shouldn't, but that's the mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I
No,
don't
that's
know.
hell no.
Do you think that could have been a possibility? Maybe
It might have been. I didn't really think about that, but you're totally right. I think maybe some of the girls were like, I don't want to be on the podcast with this girl or
that's
this.
what that's what makes me feel like I shouldn't do the group chats. What do you think? Like, should I
Just
stop
be.
doing the group chats?
Yeah, try. Maybe you should try it for a couple episodes and see what happens. Maybe more girls will show up.
Like, try not doing the group chats?
Yeah,
Yeah, I might. I always have to keep. I have to find a way to keep better track of who's next.
yeah.
Type thing.
You have to like pin the messages for the girls that you have for the next episode or something to save them.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move them all to the general side. There we go.
There you go.
There we
Bada,
go.
bada boom.
We're thinking about it. There we go. Thank you for the idea. Look at you helping me out already. Appreciate it.
You welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. But we'll go ahead and wrap up this episode. I
Okay.
appreciate you being the one coming on and chopping it up on this episode. And I'm, like I said, I'm 7 seasons deep, and I want to continue this shit going. And honestly, how do you feel about a virtual podcast like this? Like this is what I call it, a virtual podcast. I don't even know if that's a thing or not, but I'm doing it.
No,
How do you
this is dope as fuck. I love it. It's really cool.
You think so? Like, you think
Yeah.
it's better than like the in-person podcast that you watch on YouTube and all that shit?
I think in-person podcasts are cool, but when it comes to like you being in Maryland and I'm in Texas, but we still want to chop it up, like the virtual podcast is a good way to do it because there's no way I could come to Maryland, you know what I mean, and try
Right,
something like this. But
right. Unless I wanted to like fly you out or some shit, but
yeah, this gives me the opportunity and you the opportunity for that exposure and the content creation.
yeah, absolutely. Hey, I appreciate that. I like doing this too. Like you said, I like to see people from all different walks of life, from everywhere. I've had people from pretty much all the southern fucking states, all the East Coast, West Coast, everywhere. And it's cool. It's cool meeting people from all over doing this type of thing. And I like it. It's cool.
That's
I
great.
fuck with it.
That's great.
But I do appreciate you coming on. And yeah,
Thank you so much for having me. This was wonderful.
absolutely. Go ahead and shout out your social medias and everything.
Social media, okay. My social media is Chloe Larondo on Instagram, and CLOLDO on 97 on TikTok. Go ahead and follow me. Maybe you'll get a follow back. Hey,
Maybe. Maybe.
thank you so much for having me. This is great.
Yeah, absolutely. You're fucking lit. I fuck with you. So we'll go ahead and end this right here. So you have yourself a good night, all right?
Dude, thank you.
All right.
Deuces.